Today's home label is not about making money. Some precautions, lest I forget it later. First of all, the home label I said in the previous video, the most important thing is power. Power is related to electricity bills. It's about your cooling. Then it's also about your performance. And finally, the network should be independent, so I'm on the home level. I'll repeat it. The most commercially valuable personal blog is WordPress. It has access to Google Ads and commissions. The second is for home. HomeLab for unprofitable business. It is Homestay's smart home. Can be connected to temperature and humidity, soil detection, light detection, sound detection, fire detection. There are also OCR cameras, human testing, and the EAP32 camera. Anyway, with you and a smart door lock, closely related to your family, can be connected to the smart home. It can be linked to reality, including a rain forecast, some blackout notices and stuff like that. You can play, including water quality testing. I won't go into that. Then you just need to remember two things. Well, remember, 3 o'clock. You said the first one, scenario of commercial value, is a Wall Plus and Tools website. The second one is linked to real life. Homestay's smart home. The third is for the average person. What matters is what lasts. Is to back up your album video files. It's not used that much for me, of course. And then, let me now return to my central theme for today. I said so much. I just don't want to forget what I said before. Then everything. Except for the water, electricity, and gas network. The most important thing is the choice of your system. The choice of your system determines the upper limit of your home level development, rather than a lower bound ratio. For example, I have been using Ubuntu server before. System version 22.04 or 24.04. But recently I discovered that it has a big problem. That is, an operation he updated last year or the year before. When you install certain content, he will automatically download his built-in for you, the sleep of his ecosystem. This sleep, and then go and install some of its software. For example, I need to install a Chrome browser. You use a PD to install Chrome. He will download a sleep for you first. Then in the separate subsystem, sandbox of sleep, install your Chrome. But I don't want to install his sleep. But I don't have a choice. And sleep is just his commercial, a product that works. And it's extremely unusable. There will be some weird questions. Will plunge you into the pit. You can obviously use but he had the sleep. You can obviously use one. It is the first batch that can be installed directly. The first batch of bags, but you have to sleep. Sleep causes your automatic activation, auto start, or some process-related isolation issues. All in all, it's very bad. But you have no choice. You just put it on YouTube. You just need to download some dependencies. It will force the installation of Snap, so you have to pay attention. Never choose a YouTube server. Then why did I? That's the first reason I don't use it. The second one, I want to switch it all to Divide. Because here's what the Raspberry Pi system says. Whether it is a Raspberry Pi 345 or a CM series Raspberry Pi, its system, official system, is based on the Divine system. Or modified. Then its core is still the ecology of diptych. That's the first thing. It's all about the Raspberry Pi. Second point, when I went deep to try this home label, I discovered that there is an open source comprehensive system called PVE. 5 facial features can be installed in PVE. Whole cards can be installed. You can install more than a dozen or 20 systems you want. Separate straight container XLC can also be installed. So let's just say that you only need to install. You can install what you want in PVE. Mac system, Windows system, Linux system, Kali system, then all the OpenWG systems you want. So we are at the server level. It also uses a PV1 virtual machine. It has many benefits. It can be automated operation and maintenance, automated backup, including a small group machine such as Song My Pi, and virtualization of 7 or 8 systems, and they're independent. This is very useful to me. So for example, here I am on this Raspberry Pi PVE inside a home. Install a full mirroring system for a home assistant. Install a Debian system for building MQTT and message notification services. Install another Windows system for making some GUIs. Do some automated programs for that GUI desktop, or OCR, or OBS, etc. So let's just say that it can be connected in series, but it's all on this Raspberry Pi. And then, so that means I'll add, this is a good open source PV1. It can only be created on the Debian system. Then it is not supported on Ubuntu. This is why I chose the Debian system. And then there's another reason. It's just Debian. It's not like Black. Gentoo is so commercialized. It is almost all Linux system, the original version, and it's updated. Its ecology is good enough stability, and then other systems are derived, including the Raspberry Pi. So I gave up using Ubuntu because PVE adds to my system using Debian. And then because of the Raspberry Pi, he is also a PVE revision, even without PVE. Then I also choose the system of the Raspberry Pi itself. Because of the Raspberry Pi, it is an optimized adaptation of its development version and some other processing functions. Well, it's essentially, in the end, it's also a Debian system. Then in Ubuntu minus 1.4, Ubuntu, add 1 point to dipplay. PVE adds 1 point to the system of numerology Pi adds 1 point to dip. Then dipplay gets 3 points. Ubuntu is minus 1 point if it's on a 10-point scale, or on a 0-point scale. I definitely choose to divide, and Divided is an open source system. The more you use Debian, the more you appreciate its open source. Stable, free, and scalable. On the contrary, Ubuntu is a commercial system. Might be easier to use sometimes, but it has a sleep. You are determined to reject it, and it doesn't support PVE. When you want to support PVE virtual when there machines, are multiple systems, if you choose Win 8 at the beginning, you will regret it very much. So from the moment you chose your HomeLab, then for me, from low power options to ecological options, my preference is Raspberry Pi, because its ecology is relatively stable. It has more projects, and it has room for appreciation and preservation. Instead, like Orange Pi or some Pi, it may have dozens of products. It's not being maintained, and it has no room for appreciation and preservation. You can't even sell it if you want to, but you can sell Sumerian anytime. The second was the Sumerian system. He is naturally a Dubai native plus a Sumerian system. I don't have to think about it. That is to say, Ubuntu, I can also consider MBI essentially has a chance is divided change. Its name is ARM Bank, a divide in the ARM, some embedded systems. You can choose the ARM Bank. You can also choose to divide and use a Raspberry Pi. So what I'm going to talk about in this issue is the first HomeLab, water, electricity, and gas. Then we prioritize the Raspberry Pi because it preserves its value, good ecology, and low power consumption, small in size, and then many projects. Enough. The second is the super fast system. Based on DeepBuy, I will choose first. This system is DeepBuy, and I'm already on this Raspberry Pi. A system with PVE installed. There is a system for installing the King's Home CS and PVE. Installed other systems in Dubai. Install dongle. So I'm interested in the PVE ecology of the Raspberry Pi. Also, no more use better. Therefore, it is recommended that you use the Raspberry Pi first. Second, use the official system of the Raspberry Pi. On its official system, right? If you don't install Windows system, you can also use IMBA or Debian and install another PVE on the system. At that time, you want to pack multiple, install XLC or complete other Linux systems. No problem. It doesn't affect your main system. And it has a desktop. Server's knowledge is very good, suitable for industrialization and personalization. So let me conclude. It just occurred to me that the state of Ubuntu, a disgusting operation. So since I'm going to tell you about this home neighbor, so from the first moment you saw my video, if you don't have a HomeLab in Word, you want to have one yourself, Raspberry Pi related word system, then it must be installed without the official system, or Ubuntu, or the Debian system. But never install Windows. Because after you install it, nothing to do with PvE. You have to have the heart and endure disgusting steps. And you want something else. All sorts of weird questions. So the system is critical. Otherwise, you will me. The virus that hit that Monero a few days ago, you need to update the system or format the system. It's not very convenient. Or recommend debugging, debug. Say the important thing 3 times.